What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. Tonight I'm running things, so yeah, this ain't gonna go over very well. But we gonna try. We gonna try. Uh, we're gonna start this shit off a little bit with a little rant I got because I've been seeing a lot of people talking shit and a lot of people have been asking my opinion about it. I've kept my mouth shut pretty much, except for a few posts on Facebook about the whole Trump verdict. Um, especially I see a lot of people, poor black folks at that, saying, "How can you vote for a convicted felon?" Or, "Come on, guys, he's a felon. How you gonna make him president?" First of all, we're gonna we're gonna start like this. Most of you motherfuckers out there who are whining about me following a convicted felon are the same ones that gave one a golden casket. So I'm gonna just put that out there, just like that. You know who the fuck I'm talking about? Oh, Mr. Blue on the ground. You know who the fuck I'm talking about? Fuck him and fuck you guys. Yeah, he's a convicted felon. I got family members that was a convicted felons. It's mighty funny. You guys want us to show fucking compassion and sympathy for Hunter Biden, and Joe Biden's just such a good daddy, and and Hunter's just he's misunderstood, and he was a drug addict, and fuck you guys. I don't even want to hear it because right now, as we speak, on the docket, on the fucking record, oh, there goes my internet. On the record, it states how he was calling his mama a cunt and dirty this and dirty that and all this other bullshit. So I don't want to hear it. You know, who's better? Who's better? Honestly, who do you got to fucking choose from? Who else is there? You got Trump or you got Biden. And I know a lot of people like this bullshit about the lesser of the two evils or fuck, but that's it. I don't give a fuck what your fucking heart or your ego tells you. Your life was 1,000 times better 4 fucking years ago. That's facts. So I don't care what your fruity ass or your colored ass or whatever the fuck your ass, you little snowflakes out there fucking want to whine about. Joe Biden is not the better of the fucking two evils. That being said, we're gonna bring our foreign correspondent in here. from the tundra of Canada, where it's all peaceful and butterflies and cotton candy. Dino, the genetic motherfucking marvel.
How dare you bring me in on that point, you dirty,
On butterflies and cotton
dirty, wetback fucking spick. No, you know what?
That spick, I just got pulled off stage downtown Youngstown by, look, the dude was your size and less hair. A big bald white dude in a black guy's pimp suit got me off stage because I was being racist. One of the cleanest sets I ever did. Like, everybody around me was like, "Mark, that was a good set. That was clean." Nope. I got my time. You know, I did most of it, but I got like cut like 7 minutes early because I was racist.
Let's be honest. White people are the problem.
Okay? Yeah.
White women predominantly, but now the men are become women, so now it's just white people.
Okay? I've been called a racist only one time by a black woman, and then she said that she knew people like me in prison. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. Because you know you're female, and
does she mean Puerto Rican or homosexual?
I asked
maybe
her,
both.
Like, what a Puerto Rican who got black babies? I mean, you met people like me, or is it you met people with dicks, or do you have a dick?
All fair questions. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the problem. Is people have this idea that they deserve an opinion, and you're like, oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
You do not deserve an opinion. Listen, you gotta remember, guys, is that, like, I love how people are like, oh, women have been doing. Listen, women have nothing up until 100 years ago or so, and even then, you've done nothing good with it. Okay.
Well, that's kind of there was a break in time there. Because in the early days, there was a lot of women queens and shit, and that's where a lot of these black folks get a lot of shit fucked up too. The Queen of Sheba was black, and she had a kid by King Solomon, and that's where a lot of the bloodline comes from on that side. So there was a lot of black queens back in the day, but then they shut that shit down for a good hot minute and didn't come back.
That sounds like a family court issue. That doesn't look like what I heard about. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Some things just never change, sir. That's just how they're like, oh yeah, that's the daddy, but he's gone now. You're like, oh well. Hopefully he sends you some money. Whatever.
No, but that just proves them memes. You know, I don't need a man. I could do bad ball by myself.
You know what the worst part is? There are people that pride themselves on being single parents, and you're like, bro, that's a shitty job, and you just made it shittier.
Yeah, I was a single parent. I never wanted to be a single parent.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. You know, I spent just as much money in diamonds as I did in child support, dude. Fuck that.
It fucking sucks. Okay. And when you don't have somebody to help out, it sucks 10 times worse.
No matter how good a job or no matter how hard you try, when your kid becomes a fuckwit, it's still your fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not even society tells you that, but not only society, but your own fucking kid will tell you that.
Yeah. And you know when one of your kids is a fuck up and you're like, all right, well, we're just gonna try and go for it, right? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. There was there's certain ones of my kids that I did have money set aside because I thought they was gonna go further. There's certain ones I'm like, this is just gonna be bail money. I could smoke this.
Listen, and let's be honest, there's nothing better than one of those kids proving you're wrong.
Yes.
That is a one. That's the. I heard this the other day, and it made me cry. Was a father is a man, the only man in the world that wants to make sure that you do better than they did.
Fucking right.
Like that's the only difference.
Sums it all the fuck up right there.
Yeah, that's the only man that wants you to do better than they did. Every other man doesn't want you to do what they did.
No.
But your father wants you to do at least what they did and more. And I'm like, bro, that's factual. I get that. I really do.
That's off rip. I mean, there ain't no other way of saying it. You know, I love all my kids, even the ones that ain't even my blood. You know, those are my kids. I raised them kids. I want you to be better than I was. Take from whatever fuck shit I did and don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a picture. I had one of my kids look at me and was like, yeah, I know you did it, but how am I going to learn if I don't do it myself? You stupid fuck. That was one of the younger ones. That's this new generation. That's their mindset. Yeah, I see the danger sign. I see the fire. I see if you walk past this line, you're going to get shot sign, but I'm going to see if I could do it anyways.
The whole idea, like, listen, yes, they're not wrong, but there's a good way of doing that and a dumb way of doing that. And you don't have to always do it the dumb way. You could do it the smart way every once in a while.
If something says it's going to slice your finger off if you stick your finger in a hole and you already seen an idiot with half a finger and you say, I got to see if it happens to me, then fuck you. You deserve a half a finger and no help.
Look, I remember my my brother's brother-in-law came for job shadow to come to the shop, to my dad's shop, and shit was going down. We were moving shit around with the crane, like it was a big fucking thing. And I looked at him, and he had his hands in his pockets. I'm like, hey man, don't have your hands in your pockets. This is a machine shop. Yeah. I'm like,
in America, you don't do that shit.
Yeah, no. You're like, yeah, no, that's reckless. You're like, what do you like, bro? We're doing reckless professionally. You don't need to add stupidity. Like, don't do that. And I just realized how
had your glasses on.
Well, look, it's the idea like, hey, yeah, if somebody's welding, don't look there. If you don't have glasses, don't look. Like those things are very important.
That would look straight into the fucking. She has. I got welders here at my house, and I taught her how to work on cars, which is one of the most dangerous things I think I could have ever done. You know, I taught one kid how to use a gun. I taught the other one how to use tools, and who do you think I'm feel safer with?
I mean, 50-50, right?
She was the one. I'm like, all right, look, I'm gonna put this arc. Don't look here. It's gonna get really, really bright. Ah! I lift up my helmet. What's wrong? I looked at it. I just told you not
Why
to
would
look
you do
at
that? It's one of those things where, like, yeah, you have to burn yourself once to know I don't want to get burned. But you're like, do you have to get burned on your face? No, don't be stupid. Like, get burned a little bit on your fingertip. Oh, that'll heal up, no problem. Everything's fine.
See, I'm a firm believer. The way I was taught. I'm like, here's an example. I'm going towards the plug in the wall with a butter knife. My mom would have said, "Don't put that in the butter, or don't put that in the plug. You'll get electrocuted." Second time, a few minutes later, I'm going to, "Don't put it in the plug. You'll get electrocuted." Third time, she's gonna sit back and watch it.
Yep.
She's gonna watch. She'll kick the fuck out of me so I don't get that last death jolt, but I will get 98.7% of that jolt, and then a boot to the fucking head, and then she's like, "You gonna put that in the fucking plug again?" And I did the same. I mean, I did the same type of parenting with my son. When he was little, he hit some kid with a fucking the tray from the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Just plowed this kid with it.
Yeah.
And he come home. He told the principal and his mama that the Pikachu on his shoes told him to do it. Just a clear sign of the shared schizophrenia that I have. But I was gonna I was gonna ignore it just like my parents did. So he comes home and I looked at him and I pulled him to the side and he took his shoe. I was like, "Give me your shoes." And I got the shoe and I was like, "So what happened?" And he told me. I was like, "And the Pikachu told me to do it." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "The Pikachu told you to do it?" He was like, "Yeah." So I put the shoe to my ear like a telephone and I made him look at it real good as I had this shoe in my, to my ear. And then I grabbed it from the front of the bill and smacked the ever-living shit out of him with the fucking shoe. "The Pikachu talking to you anymore?" "No, Dad, the Pikachu ain't saying shit." That was it. Never again problem with the Pikachu. Now he dresses up and he has a Pokeball in his fucking hand and the Pikachu on the other. But those are just tattoos. That's the worst of it. He was a good straight A kid and everything. Fuck.
Hey, listen. Let's be honest, okay? Is there a better way? Maybe. But is that a bad way? No, it gets the job done.
Fucking right.
And listen, that whole idea, "Oh yeah, I had ADHD. Oh really? Yeah, got cured. Really? How? My dad smacked the shit out of me. Why? Pay attention. No? Paf!" Listen, is there a better way? Sure. But that shit works. So I don't know.
Especially if you're in a blue collar area of work, at one point in time, you're going to be in a fucking warehouse. There's going to be a lot of heavy, low moving shit. It don't matter how much ADHD you have, the universe will let you know. After a few of them to the dome, it don't matter what the fuck you have. You're going to keep alert. You're going to stay focused.
Hey, you don't realize how much force you have when you're walking. And when you hit steel,
my God.
You hit and you're going, "Oh, the fuck just happened?" You're like, "Was I running and I didn't realize?" You're like, "No, man, that was just walking." Dude, and you crane yourself and you're just like, "Yeah, bro."
From my teenage years up until my mid-20s, I was in and out of fucking machine shops. It was just heavy fucking metal. It was cranes and tow motors and fucking huge, I done been caught. Dude, you ever get caught in the fucking mouth by what? I don't even know what they're called. There's some kind of, it was we used it to expand the pipes. I used to make cooling coils for WCI Steel, these huge these heaters. They were the cooling coils. And to flare out the end of them, you had to torch them fucking cherry red, stick this fucking big thing in this motherfucker. It was almost like a slide hammer. And then you had to pull the motherfucker out before it seized in there. You ever get hit in the mouth with a cherry red slide hammer? That will let you know you don't get high at work. That right there was a lesson learned. I'm a stoner. I like smoking weed. I know when I'm doing shit like that. Nope. You can wait till after you're fucking done.
Bro,
That was a lesson I would never forget. My teeth still ain't right. That was like 20 years ago.
look, that's what people don't understand is when you're in a machine shop, you are the heavy machinery. Everything is a murder. Everything can murder you. Everything.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what happened to me once? I was leaning over a lathe. I was wearing a lumber shirt.
I already got the visual.
Hey, spun me around 4 times.
Holy fuck.
Hey, and luckily, it was a shitty shirt, and I was a fat piece of shit that it broke. But bro, I'm telling you, that happened, and I was like, that could have gone. So, like,
dude.
bro, that would rip you in half, like without any hesitation.
Dude, I was never meant for manual labor.
No.
I was never. In a different life, I was a bougie bitch. I had to be. Or I was a chick or something. I was never meant for manual labor. But that's all we had growing up. So I did my damnedest to do it the best I could. But being never meant for that shit means you have to you learn a lot slower than other people. I've been snatched, them big ass industrial grinders.
Yeah.
I've been snatched up by a couple of them.
Did you get it on your knee?
Oh no, dude! I didn't have my knees sliced open. I didn't been on fire.
I had that a few times, bro.
I got headphones on and I'm grinding, and the welder behind me is trying to fucking like literally. I look like Johnny Storm, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking. You ever get hit with what is that? What's the presses run? 440. Oh, whatever is the max amperage that could come out of a fucking piece of wire. I was hit like that and thrown over my welding table because I was too lazy to shut the press off, like with my hand. So I used a fucking a piece of aluminum post to hit the breaker switch. Bad idea.
See, okay, but this is the thing is, if you are handy, so for me, I love tinkering. That's why I love doing Lego so much. I like to tinker with things. So if you give me an engine, I will take it apart piece by piece and figure out how everything works and and I love it. I love the shit out of it. Okay. But the thing is, because of of how big I am, I don't have good dexterity. So now, so next week, Victoria and I are actually doing a jewelry making class for the entire week, like full day class, 6 days, the whole week. Like I'm back in school. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. You're doing that to show your Pride Month shit?
No, mental health.
That's very gay.
Men's mental health, baby.
And that sounds more, well, kind of. Men's anal health, whatever.
No, because it's jewelry making, but also welding. So I'm good. So if anything,
that jewelry making welding is it's kind of like silver soldering.
It may be more than that. Depends on how extensive we can do, because it's a week, right? We're not doing just one ring or shit. I did one ring and then we did it in a 3-hour class, and that I made my wedding band because I had to make a smaller one because my old one's too big. Because now I'm not as fat as I used to be.
That is gayer than that rainbow unicorn outfit I wore.
You're gayer than the rainbow, fucking queer.
The whole outfit. Yeah, I see you come back with a fucking weed plant brooch. That's it. It's gonna be a weed plant, but it'll be Legos and it'll be all gold filigree.
I have a question for you.
Oh.
So up until recently, this month, the month of June, has been Pride Month, and this year they said it's also Men's Mental Health Month.
Yeah, I heard there's a place in Colorado. Where the fuck is it at? They got a bar that they're trying to protest. They said since the alphabet mafia took over whatever days and Easter and all this other bullshit, that they're going to consider June straight month, and any straight guy who comes in, they get judged on how straight they are, and they get dressed, and they can get free drinks, or they can get this or that. And if they think you're dressed gay, then you got to pay for your shit.
Bro, I'd go. Yeah. Just fucking, hey, listen. In all honesty, though, mental health and supporting gays, they can go together. That's fine.
Oh yes, it can. Mental health and gay. You know what?
Yeah, that's fair. Those go together. It's fine.
I don't think, if you're gay, if you're truly gay, because not these people who decided to munch a carpet and then all of a sudden they're playing for that team for a few years and then they're back to sucking cock. Not I'm talking about the real deals, the ones that fucking,
The
they were
gold
like,
star. Gold star
those-
lesbians.
when I was growing up, there was real gay folks. And some of them did get fucked with, and those are ones that I support them. I support, at their cause or whatever, no diddy. But nowadays, it's just, being gay or being especially trans, being trans is like the new fad. You're not cool if you're not trans. It's fucking ridiculous to me. To me, it gives the real gay people a bad name. It takes away from the whole, persecution and plight of them, because there's a big difference between a gay person and a cross-dresser.
Listen, hold on.
They were called when I was growing up.
But you remember, listen, what year were you born? You're in the 77. Okay. So you're not that far behind me, but you remember when we were really young, how there was aggressive hatred towards gays, and then it became a persecutable offense. Like, you went gay bashing, and then hey, you were going to go to jail for gay bashing. Like, it's not okay anymore. So there was a guy up here in Toronto, and I'm like, bro, if you were gay in the 80s and 90s, that was a scary time to be gay. You were afraid, right? Like, look, listen, and I'm not trying to be supportive or insupportive or whatever. I'm just telling you, like, that's a different time to be gay. So I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not saying that there aren't weirdos out there and whatever you want to be. That's fine. Do whatever you want. There aren't as many as there are. It's the olive oil principle, okay? Right now, for sale, there is more olive oil than there can be produced in the entire world. How is that possible? Right? Obviously, some of it's fake. So in the same sense, hey, some people have these mental illnesses and these issues and they want to be different stuff and they feel like a different gender and stuff. Sure, it's possible. But the fact is, the majority is probably fake. And it's just people who don't know how to be themselves, right? That's real.
I got a joke I'll tell about the trans folks and stuff. It's just, one day they didn't have any friends and they wanted to fit in. So boom, I'll go throw my mom's dress on and I'm gay. Now some of them go totally, off the fucking, off the frame, reach though, some of them do that shit. But I mean, honestly, let's see, 80s had an androgynous fad boy, George. Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
That's what I was trying to get at with Dino.
For sure. Boy George.
He knows great, but his days are a little bit off, or his years are a little bit off, because I know in the 60s and 70s it was pretty bad, but going late 70s through the 80s, the gay wave went through. I mean, all those guys, I mean, they may not have been out the closet, but you saw, if you didn't know Freddie
they were
Mercury was gay, I mean, come on. If you didn't know Liberace was gay, come on. I mean, and everybody fucking loved these people,
You know what, though? But it wasn't.
I mean, look at the hair bands in the 80s, just the hair bands.
I don't disagree with you. It was more so that it wasn't, people didn't say, oh, that's because they were gay. They just said, oh, they're just like that. They're just like that. Right? So that's the difference, is now they're like, oh, yeah, they were all gay. And you're going, well, actually, no, they weren't, but whatever.
It's like, you got to look in the time frame of where fag went from a derogatory term towards a homosexual to, quit being a fag. It's not.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with who you slept with or whatever. You were just being an asshole. Quit being a fag.
I remember those times, and they were delicious, baby. Yeah. I still every once in a while will be like, gay, and people would say, you can't say that anymore. I'm like, it's
gay. I just said your whole jewelry making was gay.
That and calling things retarded. You're like, yeah, gay and retarded. Yeah, sometimes you're a gay retard. That has nothing to do with your mental capacity. Has nothing to do with your sexuality. It's just you're a gay retard and you're just gay retard. That's fine. It's nothing to do with anything.
All right,
You-
so
Like you put milk before putting cereal, you're probably a gay retard. Like that's yeah.
yeah, because the cereal floats and then you fucking it spills.
Why
This
would you do that?
surface tension, man.
Yeah.
Except you can do it with mini wheats. That shit hits the bottom of the bowl like bricks. If you get the real deal mini wheats,
Oh yeah.
it's like hay bales.
Have you ever had they're not mini wheats, they're just like wheat bins. So it's like they're instead of like the minis, like it's the full thing.
Yeah,
And then you just put a little sugar on, bro. Those
No.
things are, I'm sorry, they're so good.
Half a bowl of fucking sugar, some milk.
Oh
Heat
yeah.
them up a little bit. It becomes almost like
Oh, bro.
grits, but together holding hands.
I miss that and Weetabix. Like I haven't had cereal.
You could tell we were poor growing up. Or at least
No, but you know what? Like cereal was easy because we had a big dinner every day. So cereal was a normal thing. My dad would get eggs though. He got eggs every day.
See, I had cereal at least twice a week for dinner.
I'd have cereal at 10 o'clock at night every day.
Well, I did that when I was older and I started getting high. I'd fuck a box up right. Dude, I ate a box of mobs. I was so high one night.
I'll be honest with you, Marco. So I just came off of a 72-hour fast. And
now you're gonna fuck up a box of cereal.
No. So I had 2 hot dogs at Costco. Then I had 2 more sausages and 2 more sausages. Yeah, for gay pride, of course. And I had some eggs. Just because I'm like, yeah, those are Dixon wieners and balls. So I'm
4
like, yeah,
wieners and 2 balls in your mouth.
4 wieners and 4 balls because I help those that are disabled. Anyways, but like, bro, I'm already like right now. I'm like, you know what I could do? I could totally fuck up a fucking bowl of cereal. Oh, it's been so long since I've had cereal, bro. Like. For
What's
fucking ever.
What's your favorite cereal?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I fucking loved cornflakes. I loved cornflakes, and you know what? Like, but I would also love Honey Nut Cheerios, but also actually, you know what? The top was Shreddies, and then I'd put honey on top of the Shreddies, and that was like because they didn't have honey Shreddies back in the day. They just had Shreddies, right?
After I discovered marijuana, like before pre-marijuana, it was Apple Jacks, and then it was Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh yeah,
Kicks with a lot of sugar. You weren't supposed to put sugar on it, but you add sugar. And
I never liked
Raisin Bran.
Oh, Raisin Bran is great, bro. Yes. Raisin Bran made you feel good too,
because they had that sun right there on the box with the 2 scoops. The big smile on it.
2 scoops of raisins in every box of Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Like, that was a number one. That was a great source of fiber for your diet. Number one.
Yes.
But also like
cleaning it out in the morning.
There was a shit ton of sugar in it too. So eating it, you're like, oh, this is great. I love fiber. You're like, no, you
everything
like sugar.
I had except the Apple Jacks, I added sugar. But
Apple
then
Jacks?
after I started getting high,
yeah,
I fucking started adding I started mixing shit. So like Wheaties with chocolate syrup and little dollops of fucking peanut butter. Oh, my God, dude.
Listen, that's the thing is that recently actually it was viral. It was a clip of a woman who had a spoon covered in peanut butter, and then she had a jar of chocolate chips, and she took the peanut butter, dipped it in the chocolate chips, and then sucked off the chocolate chips. And people lost their fucking mind. And I'm like, I like that, but I don't like the idea of the cross contamination. I'm like, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the cross contamination.
I learned that when I was younger, like when they used to put they used to give us celery sticks or broccoli or with peanut butter in the center of them. But like, I like raisins, but I don't like raisins in my peanut butter or my celery. Me, I don't know why or what possessed the motherfucking people to do that shit. But
only by themselves as a snack. Oh, perfect timing.
Yeah. Where's it? I'm trying to find it. There we go. I'm bring it.
I can't do it anymore because I've been. I have a question for you, Marco. Here's a legitimate question. Okay, so we all know that a cheap breakfast or snack was toast with cinnamon and sugar on it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And a little bit of butter.
Okay. Sure. Now we would actually toast, then sprinkle it with like Nesquik like mix, and then sprinkle a little water on it. So it have like a little bit chocolatey kind of ness on there.
See, I don't know if I'd use water. I might have used milk.
So the thing is, though, you could fold if you used a little bit of water, you could get it a little bit chocolatey, but then you could fold it and then dip the toast in milk. So I'm a huge like I love dipping toast, even with butter and jam, into milk. I am a huge fan of this.
See, I'm certain sandwiches of mine. I used to do that shit. Like a good grilled cheese sandwich, and fucking nice and hot with a cold glass of milk.
I'll be honest with you. The last few times that I've been down, we definitely like me and Cole kind of occupy our time because we just keep on trying weird foods. And he's like, "Oh, I found a new this place," and we'll go to different foods. I'm like, "Bro, you and I, we gotta go eat. We gotta go eat." I don't know why we like. I'm like, "You're there," and I'm like, "We fucking we just go." And I'm like,
I mean, last time fucking you guys bailed on me, I found that awesome Philly place. I still can't find it again, dude. I still cannot find that place. There's a place in Cleveland, people. Like me and Cole and Dino were all kicking it, and Cole was a pussy. He didn't want to go into the hood. I'm like, I'm fucking hungry. So I went to the gas station. I was headed back to Youngstown. I stopped at a gas station. It was a Sunoco. It's the only thing I know. But I walked in and there was a Puerto Rican guy in a chef outfit, like all white. I mean, it was kind of dirty. He had been cooking.
A respectable dirty. A respectable dirty. You look there, you go, okay, this guy's been cooking, not
And it was like a big ridiculous out, like I don't know if they made it or whatever, but it was like kind of this facet that, you know, like the fronts of the fake buildings. It was kind of like one of that over where
facade.
Yeah, facade.
So let's be honest, you're kind of saying the plot from what's the one with the vampires? Quentin Tarantino.
Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. You're like, but for sandwiches, you're like, I found this sandwich place and it was from the Holy Grail.
They got actually chicken Phillies, steak Phillies, they got pork Phillies.
So this is the thing is, okay, you grew up and you didn't have money, but you worked and you had money.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, well, so, I did what I had to do.
Hey, $20, bro. I don't judge. Now, but this is the thing is, you know, a shitty sandwich when you see a shitty sandwich, you're like, that's for fucking poor people. I don't eat poor people sandwiches. I eat good
I've seen a lot of sandwiches, you know, people like, oh, that looks like something. Like, what the fuck are you saying? Do you see that thing? I mean, it's just like dripping with all kind of goodnesses and oozings and shit. You know, I like pretty food, but I know what, you know, some of it is ugly and fucking it is like the best shit in the world.
Some food is ugly. And that is just, some of it looks like slop.
Back to life.
Hey, some of it looks like slop, and I'll tell you, it is the best food you ever had. It's the same thing with if you go up to a restaurant and there's plastic sheets on the tables and just basic chairs and shit, get ready. Because listen, you may get E. coli, you may, but you're also gonna have the best fucking meal of your life.
In the water. I got this thing now. Ever since I've seen this video where most like food poisoning come from, you know, people think they got sick off the food at certain restaurants and hear it from the ice because the ice machine is all fucking nasty in the bottom.
Nasty, yeah.
Oh, dude. Ever since then, like they're rarely like maybe with my liquor. because I'm thinking the alcohol might burn out any kind of ickinesses, but
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
else. Dude. I don't like pop with ice in it no more. None of that shit.
No. I just a bottle. Just give me a bottle of whatever. That's fine. That's what I'll
Yep,
drink.
or just give it straight out of it. I mean, it's bad enough it's coming out of the pump at the bar. Just give me just make sure my cup is clean. Just make sure the cup is.
Yep. No, it's fine. That's the thing is like realistically, I have no problem paying overhead to come in and hang out, but just serve me water. I'm like, I'm not drinking here. I'm not gonna go like Cole does this in a good way where I'm like listen, I didn't have to drive, so I could drink and I was just having a good time. I was smoking weed with you. But he's like, no. When we get home, I'm gonna drink. He goes, but in the meantime, no, my livelihood is driving around, so I'm not gonna fuck with that. And you're like, yeah, I can respect that. That's better than I was at his age. So
Yeah, no shit. I give him that.
I'm still a little bit of a piece of shit. I'll be honest with you.
There's a Mexican place out in Cleveland, and they have phenomenal tacos. Cheap too, fucking phenomenal. But don't drink anything that has ice in it. Don't get any water. Don't get any pop with ice in it. And I'm assuming that cooking the food, because it is cooked well. Cooking the food might have killed whatever, because you got to have some kind of water when you're cooking. But
I mean,
yeah, even the toilet, like you don't even want to shit in there because the toilet water looks kind of skunky. So
Jesus.
yeah. I mean, everything else is fucking top notch. They even got the Mexican fucking Coca-Colas in the bottle.
Nice.
Oh, dude, I buy
Mexican Coke's different.
I go out there.
Mexican Coke hits different every time. And you know what?
That's bullshit.
And if you can, a glass bottle Mexican Coke.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Because you know what?
You have a fucking bottle opener for?
Hey, do you remember back in the 80s how like Coke from like I don't remember when they stopped having them in the States, but like they always had them in Greece where it would be a glass bottle from a vending machine and you'd like crack it open and you'd leave the bottle there. Bro, but those were like ice cold and killer.
Remember who was it? Cindy Crawford when she did the Pepsi fucking commercial. It came with the bottle coming out.
It's hot.
All right. So we talked half the show about food. I wanted to get to a couple real things that kind of itched my ass here.
That's on me. My bad.
It's cool.
Did I tell you I'm up for a cooking show called
yeah.
You go on my Instagram
at the end of this.
Do you know the genetic marvel? Anyways, yeah, go
on. So I happened to come across this article, and being that we're stand-up comedians, or at least try to be, this kind of touched on a nerve. I just quick glance at the headline, and the headline is Angry Father Sucker Punches Comedian on Stage Over Crude Joke About His Son. All right, first of all, guys, before I'm gonna read the article because it's pretty short. A sucker punch is when you sneak up on somebody. There is a video that is going to accompany this. I'm going to share the video so we can watch the video.
Very nice.
This guy saw this shit coming. There was nothing he could do about it, but he saw it coming. So here's the background behind this video. There's a stand-up comedy set in Madrid, Spain, devolved into mayhem on Monday evening when a comedian performing was rushed by an angry father in the audience who punched him right in the face in front of a shocked room. However, it wasn't a random attack as the pair had traded barbs on social media prior to the incident. All right, now right there, I'm thinking, so he fucking made fun of your kid, dude. I mean, it sounds like the kid was at the show. So, the way they wrote that this is bad fucking writing. The way they try to portray it, to me, it sounded like this kid and his father was at a show and the comedian fucking heckled him. But I do it all the time.
Yeah, but it seems like they had words on the internet as well.
Here it goes. All right. It all started over the weekend when an enraged father identified as, I don't like the way they did this, identified as a right-wing activist and musician, Albert, we'll just call him Alberto. I'm going to put his full name in it.
Yeah.
Of his 3-month-old son on Twitter, which captioned happy and blessed. It didn't take long for trolls to hijack the post, including a comedian, Jamie Kavanka. I'll say his name because you'll see why. He's a piece of shit. Who inexplicably responded, "Nothing and no one can prevent the possibility that he is gay, and when he grows up, he gets tired of sucking black cock."
Okay, so
Unprovoked, this man put up a fucking picture of his 3-month-old, and this fuckface wrote, "He's gonna be sucking black cock when he gets older." Somebody's gonna get their ass whooped.
So, okay. To put into perspective, I feel like there are places that you and I would go and I'd be like, "Hey man, you can't talk about people's kids here." And you'll be like, "Oh, so I can't say that they're going to be gay and suck a black dick." No, you can't say that here. You're like, "All right, cool. Good to know. I won't say that here." So, but also, that's fucking savage. Like, let's be honest, that's fucking hilarious. Like, it's quite aggressive. I feel like there has to be a reason. Like, it doesn't seem unprovoked.
Well, I'm assuming that's why they made it a point to say a right-wing musician. Maybe he made, songs anti whatever the other guy was about. So he was trying to troll it for him. But this is the only thing the man said. It didn't take long for Alberto to fire back. "I assure you, you are going to apologize for what you said about my 3-month-old son, and you will discover that real life is not on Twitter." It's the only thing he wrote back. Right there, that comedian should have been scared.
Yes.
Right there.
Oh,
right
like
there.
also
that sounds like a fucking serial killer right there.
Yeah, it does. It very absolutely. You're like, oh no, that guy's a problem. But like, this the thing is, what did you expect? Like, you can't go after a guy's 3-year-old. He's not. His brain doesn't work yet. Like, and once a kid is like 6 months, maybe a year old, your brain starts to work again as a parent because you're retarded. You're retarded when your baby happens, and doesn't mean like you're as a mom 100%, as a dad probably as well, right? And that's in a good scenario. You're still going nuts because you have a baby, and baby will drive you crazy.
And look, he even posted later on, not directly to the dude. I guess the dude took down the post or whatever, but he put the picture back up with his son, and said, and above it said, "I'll take it with me to the show, to your next show," or let's see, I'll print it and take it to a stand-up show so we can laugh in person." So still, not even a threat. I'm just taking a picture of my kids with me. We're gonna laugh together, motherfucker.
I mean, let's be honest.
Let's see. And
That
sure
was
enough,
definitely not meant as a hardy har friend. We'll laugh about this someday.
it
Right?
says that sure enough, during Caravaca's set on Monday, Alberto made good on his promise. In video footage, he could be seen storming on stage, landing a blow to the comic's face, then demanding Karakva, whatever the fuck his name is, say the joke to his face and called him trash after cornering the terrified comedian and apologize. Yeah, now this dude literally, like the bouncer and the other dude, they were even kind of scared, and the dude was bigger, a lot bigger. There was two of them. They just stopped. Dude was like, "Look, I'm sorry, but I'm a concerned father, and he said some shit, and look, I don't want no trouble here." And then the dude proceeded to run his mouth again. Look, I'm gonna show the video. Let me see if I can get this shit done right. Greg used to do this a lot better than me. All right, add the stage. Maybe. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Here.
Okay.
Well, fucking play.
Estos comentarios pedófilos, eso de mi hijo, ¿eh? Dime los comentarios de mi hijo, ¿eh? Basura, ahora, ¿eh? ¿Qué decías que iba a comer un negro? Mi hijo que iba a comer pollas, ¿eh? Con 3 meses, ¿eh? Basura, ¿Ahora qué? Dímelo, dímelo a la cara, aquí ahora, ¿eh? Dímelo ahora. Perdonad, lo siento.
Lo siento.
Os pido perdón. Soy únicamente un padre que defiende a sus hijos. Ha hecho comentarios sexualizantes de mi hijo de 3 meses. Y eso tiene sus consecuencias.
What's under his shirt, bro?
Ya está.
Either that guy is massive.
Did you get to see the beginning of it, like where he hit him right on stage, like the first punch?
No.
Ah, fuck. That was the one, dude. I don't know
Go
if
up
this will let me.
higher. Scroll up.
I'll just fucking read there. All right, come on. Angry father sucker. See, there was no sucker punching at all. That dude they just got straight punched to the face. it was just
Let's be honest. Sorry, bro. That shit. There's a caveat when you're an asshole on the internet. Sometimes people will come and fuck you up. That's life. You know. Is it nice? No.
Yeah,
Is it factual? Yeah.
Like I said, it touched me, you know, because I'm one to be talking shit about somebody, but that was a little far. That was a little far. I don't know. Let's see if this. Oh, son of a bitch! I just clicked out of one of the fucking things that I want to fucking. All right, so I don't know. I'm not as good at this as Greg is, so we're just gonna say fuck it. We've seen enough of it.
Like in all honesty,
so,
it's alarming
kind of pissed
that people like people don't have any concept of boundaries and stuff, and you're going like, and also too, like, let's be honest, that comic looks like a fat piece of shit. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's a very simple way.
I'm usually for the comics. I mean, some of them could be assholes, but that, you know, you do that live. That's on stage. It's part of your act. It's your comedy. Or at least if you do it live, you'll be man enough to take whatever's coming to you. He was fucking talking shit and didn't think he was going to meet this. You know, once upon a time, there wasn't Facebook. Once upon a time, there wasn't the internet. Once upon a time, us old timers handled shit not with our mouths. And a lot of us still do.
Bro, like that's the thing is like I say this on stage and I'm like, I'll be honest with you, I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm also like, I'm getting stronger because I'm now old, right? So it's a different kind of getting stronger and stuff like that. Now, all of that being said, I'm like, yeah, I'm just slowly getting bigger. And I wish somebody would fucking try. But at the same time, I don't want to get my ass kicked as an old man. But I'm like, look, but now I'm like, bro, I'll put my thumb into your eyeball. That's what I'll do. I'm like, and I'm not gonna, I'm gonna go shot for shot with, no, I'm just gonna palm your entire face and poke out your eyes. That's what I'll do. Like, it's not, you know, I ain't gonna fuck around with nobody. So, you know,
so
I don't know.
We got about 11 more minutes here, and I'm trying to figure out which way we want to steer. I'm sure either which way is gonna shut my internet down.
I love it.
They've been kind of touchy tonight, but we've been able to work through it. Have you noticed a couple skip spots here?
Oh, I have, sir.
No, but it kept going though. So, one thing that I kind of found odd, and I haven't really been able to do too much research on it. I kind of feel like it's bullshit, but there's just something telling me that it's not, but I'm just not getting the right information about it. So,
what are we talking about?
There was a thing where Joe Biden, his first wife, I guess, died in a car accident with I don't know. She died mysteriously in a car accident.
Is that Hunter's mom?
I think so.
Okay.
Now this was right as he just won his first Senate seat, and weeks later, or not too long. Well, there's a toss up here in timeline because some articles and shit say that it was weeks later. Some articles say it's a couple years later. I think the ones that are saying it's a couple years later, there's a problem because if it was a couple weeks later, Jill was the babysitter and she was very underage.
Well, Daddy
See,
Joe likes it a certain way, you know.
Well, see, now here's another problem though with that whole thing. Like now, Joe's ex-husband is coming out and saying that Joe was having an affair with Jill when they were married. So I'm married to this kid. So I'm still like trying to figure out, or maybe Joe, there was the babysitter, but they didn't get married yet. You know, they didn't hook up until a couple years down the line, but he was hitting it anyway since he was the babysitter, or she was the babysitter, or whatever. So, and then, you know, so the big thing is now, did he off his wife?
I mean,
because that would show why Hunter would have so much disdain towards Joe and Jill. Did you see what all the shit he talked about? Like Jill Biden was in the courthouse with him, and he like they read off some of his excerpts. I think it was from his book, and then different shit from the laptop and all that. She's a cunt. She doesn't know anything. She couldn't fucking get it. She's not fit to be a teacher or anything. Dude, this cat ran this chick through the fuck. Oh my god, you'd have thought he was fucking her.
I would suggest, or I would suspect that he definitely holds her responsible, right? Whether Daddy Joe did it or not, I mean, possible, definitely. Probable, I mean, it's believable. You know, listen, and let's be honest, is
back then it was a lot easier for people to
Joe's been active in politics for a very long time, right?
And Jill is a whole lot younger. Anybody do the math? I wonder, look up how old Jill Biden is compared to Joe. Ain't Joe like 83?
I mean, I'm just saying, listen, I'll be honest. I'll be the first one to say out there and just say, listen, for no other reason than age and ability to function should disqualify both Joe Biden and Donald Trump from the election. Just, hey, I'm sorry, you're too old for this shit. It's that simple. You're just too old.
See, I look at it more of the ability to function. And, you know, look at Joe Biden compared to, oh, wait a minute. Ooh, I'm trying to set up something for the end. All right. Sorry. You know, who are you gonna look if you see Donald Trump out on the street and just hanging out, you know, you're gonna say, you know, you ain't gonna think he's 80-something years old. But you see Joe Biden out on the street with his people holding his arms.
Oh, you're like, that's an old man. Like that's a senior citizen. Yeah.
That's Papa. You know, you're gonna look at one and be like Mr. Trump, you're gonna look at the other one and look at the nursing home.
Listen, that when you see Joe Biden, you think to yourself, oh, you know what? When he's at home, he's in a wheelchair with a nice blanket over his legs. That's how he spends his time at home. Just rolls around the house. With legs don't really work much, only for outside, you know? That's whereas Trump, you go, hi, he's a fat piece of shit. Yeah, whatever. But he doesn't look like he's because how old is he? He's 78.
No,
79?
they're in their 80s, dude. Both of them they're close to the same age.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
God.
So somebody need to quit doing dope in the White House.
Bro, the fact that actually happened is hilarious.
Again? What do you mean again? Because you do know it happened again.
Did it happen again?
Yeah.
Oh, like
And the
what?
bad thing is you know, they're. I just seen an article on Yahoo News talking about, oh, and now you see that the judicial system is fair and straight because they're going after Hunter. No, the fuck, they're gonna throw everything in their mama at Hunter to make it look good, and then at the end of Joe Biden's presidency, he's gonna pardon him.
Oh, it'll be time
It was
served,
already
and
said.
he's pardoned.
They already said he was gonna do it. Like it ain't even a hidden thing. It isn't even a speculated thing.
Hey,
Whatever.
forget about anything. If you were president, wouldn't you?
It depends on how much of an asshole my kid is. I was like, you might need to sit in jail for a couple years.
Okay, let's say middle of the pack. You know, not your worst kid, not your best kid. Middle of the pack kid.
If you did some fuck shit, you go, all my kids know. If I think you did something and you were defending yourself, or you did something right and I feel like you were right in the situation and you still got fucked over, then I'm gonna do what I can to get you the fuck out. But I let my son sit in jail for a year. And then when I felt like they was gonna give him more time or whatever, when they went up for, I was like, no, you ain't gonna. Here's your money for his fine. It's paid off. He don't belong here. Get my son the fuck out of there. I snapped on 2 magistrates, and they were like, well, I mean, he paid his fine. Everything is done. You know, fuck. The one prison guard. Well, who are you? Miss fucking dad. Why the fuck you worried about it?
Yeah.
This is JJC. I don't know the fuck you think I. This ain't real court.
Yeah, no.
But I let my son sit in jail.
Hey, bro, but that, you know what though? Sometimes you got to do that. Like it's one of those.
It wasn't that I didn't love him. And I love my kid to death, but
no,
I mean,
it has nothing to do with love.
That's what it is.
It has everything. You know what? It has nothing to do with love, and it has everything to do with love. Because the fact is, if you don't realize that's the most loving thing, is to make them suffer, because you know what? The easiest thing is to make them not suffer. That'd be great. And if anything, listen, you think that your kid isn't, that your parents aren't suffering there with you every second of every day, you're never leaving their mind. Like that's their job as a parent. And it sucks. Okay, so Ken says Hunter acting surprised about the coke being found at the White House should have earned him a nod with the Academy. I mean, yeah, come on. 100%, right?
All right, so I'm gonna share this. This is for Pride Month, and I'm sorry. I don't care. You know, again, everybody knows you do what you do, but this is fucking ridiculous.
I love ridiculous things.
We're gonna, let's see. I love how this says present. It's like, pull your cock out. All right, you see him?
Yeah. Times I've been.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hey,
Was not.
it's because you're a dude.
Hi. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir.
Nobody gives a
Yeah,
shit,
like
bitch.
it's like a knife in the heart. I did specifically ask ahead of time not to be called sir.
You caused trouble right there by specifically ahead of time. Nobody was paying you any attention.
Okay. The Sweetwater starts at okay.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
It's just always like a knife. It always hurts every single time. I was wondering if there's a manager I could talk to about something that happened. Yeah, I was called sir. Oh, okay. It just really sucks every time it happens. I don't need to be called ma'am. I just need to not be called sir. You know? Thank you.
Oh, listen.
Can you call me sir? Hey,
Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro.
The person who gave me this called me sir.
What?
Called me sir.
Oh.
It's just like, it kind of just hurts a lot to get called sir.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's very good.
It's such a rehearsed.
No,
Oh, it's like a knife to my heart.
I'm not a sir.
No, it isn't. You
Nothing like
fucking
kid
retard.
misgendering. It is a knife in the gut when I get called.
Oh,
sir.
now it's in the
I feel
gut.
like I need to tell him. I need to tell him.
You
that
need
that
to
hurts.
know what I'm
It
going
hurts
through.
more. though
Shut
it's not
Yeah, how
because
stubborn
it's like,
up.
You don't need
this
to
is
tell
sir.
anybody.
I know you didn't mean it, but I'm not a sir.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I know
You're
you didn't mean
a
it. It's
fucking
just, you know,
lunatic.
It hurts.
You
I
knew
know
you
when
didn't mean
people
it.
clock
Then why
me,
the fuck
it's
are you
fine, but,
opening
like,
your mouth? You fuck
Thank
me.
you. I'm not sir.
And then, have you
Not
seen
sir.
these plates that they're bringing
Not
out
sir.
to this dude?
The guy who dropped
No
the-
woman
the-
gets a
the
plate.
off,
That I
he
mean,
called me sir
that's the
twice in a row.
smallest fucking plate.
I was gonna let him know that, and GM.
Thank you. I appreciate
You know
that.
what? Like a knife in the gut is better than a dick in the ass. I mean, it depends.
This is ridiculous. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Again, I'm all for everybody, loving each other and doing whatever you're American. You're allowed to do what you do. But you don't put that on nobody. That ain't nobody's fucking business. You don't have to tell nobody
Oh, I
nothing
mean, just-
about it. And they ain't gotta, when I'm in, like I was telling Dino earlier, if I'm in a fucking rainbow unicorn outfit, I don't expect people to call me Uni. Nobody's saying, "Hey, Pikachu," when I got one of the fucking the Pokemon shits on. Well, my son maybe because his name was DJ Pikachu, but that goes back to the shoe to the head.
I did call him a Care Bear because he was just a Care Bear because that was
me.
Yeah, that's only reasonable. Let's be honest. I wanted to make sure that everyone else was having the same experience I was because I was high off my tits because Marco is a bad person. They are asking strangers to actively participate in the delusion. Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
And hey, you have to read my mind. I'm not a sir. Do you have a dick? You're a sir. No, but I'm transitioning. I don't give a shit. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Until you finally drop the new motor in, you are still a dude. That's it. No
Even-
matter how you can do an off the chassis restoration, until you drop the new motor in, that shit, you're still a fucking, that ain't no Hemi.
Hey, even then, you're still a weirdo.
Yeah, that's still a kick
Fine.
card, no matter what.
But
No,
don't
don't got exact numbers. There's no matching numbers on it.
Come on. Oh, matching numbers.
There
Some
are
of them
no
are in a
matching
different
numbers.
language. Some of them are in hieroglyphics. Let's calm down, okay? They got a serial number, not
They're
yeah.
sticking a Mazda motor and a Chevy frame.
I mean a little bit, not like aggressively. You know, it's a weird thing, but hey, listen. That's the thing is, I can applaud people. Hey, man, you want to do your thing? Hey, you go do your thing. That's fine, but that's a you problem, not a me problem. Just you problem. Oh, I don't want to be addressed as sir. All right, I'll call you fuckface. Fuck, do I care?
Yeah, that's gender neutral.
Rochelle,
A bitch is
a
a
bitch
bitch.
is a bitch. I mean, listen, okay. Can you imagine if he's like, I'm not a sir? Okay, cunt. What are you gonna say? How do you respond, right?
Ken says hello, fellow humans.
I'm here with hello, fellow human from now on, but that will probably
Yeah, because that's kind of racist towards the aliens and not the ones coming across the border.
Yeah, you have to be inclusive of our lizard and or robot overlords.
The gender, the special fluid or whatever.
Hey.
That don't even sound right. Special fluid.
Skynet is here and functioning and is taking over people. Let's just give up.
All right, Dino, post your voting shit. Tell them where they can vote for you cooking.
Yeah, so guys, I'm actually doing a thing. Check out my Instagram and my Facebook posts. I have been entered into the contest called Favorite Chef with Carla Hall. Carla is annoying as shit, but I am super cool, and I will tell her she's annoying as shit to her face. So if you vote for me, so it's a contest for cooking, and you goes up to $25,000 as a contest. Which I'm like, I'll be honest with you, I just want to go have fun and do whatever. So it's a free trip to New York.
Come pick me up, and we're going to kick it.
Yeah, it's gonna be in New York, bro. Just come meet me in New York. We'll fuck shit up. It'll be great. So
you win 25 grand. Fuck yeah, I'm coming out there.
25 grand, bro. I'd do some heinous shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm coming. That'll be my vacay. I'm
no, for sure.
with Dino in between.
Yeah. I'll have you just bring some fucking vapes and we'll just fuck shit up. It'll be great. But yeah, so check out my Instagram, my Facebook, Dino the So my Facebook is just Dino Bletzis. But if you click the link, you'll find it there. It's under Constantine Bletzis. But if you go Dino Bletzis on Facebook, that's where I'm at. And please vote for me. You can vote for me every day. Right now they have double the votes, and I might even get through to the next round. It'll be very exciting.
Fuck yeah. So go vote for the genetic marvel, and he'll send you a recipe or something. He might just post the recipe, or maybe he'll just eat something in front of you.
I'm actually considering selling my tzatziki recipe and like actually like in stores. But I'm gonna do it with like a spicy salsa. So I'm like, you can make it also spicy if you want, and really fuck people
Hey,
up.
look! In the next 10 years, I predicted that Fritos or Doritos is gonna have a Ziki sauce, fucking a spicy Ziki sauce Dorito.
I'll do it first, and I'll do it best, baby. I will be the new
Dude,
standard,
that's how like sriracha became real famous.
bro.
You know, sriracha was around forever. It became a potato chip and blew up.
That's why
Now,
I'm like,
Now you find
honestly,
sriracha chicken in every cheap restaurant you go to.
it will be Dino's tzatziki. It will be everywhere, and people will say, "Listen, this is tzatziki, but not Dino's tzatziki, just the regular tzatziki. It's shit." If
Dude,
you
they're
want
gonna have
Dino's tzatziki,
commercials. Like a lazy old Greek lady is gonna come out and is gonna be sitting at the table, and they're all gonna be like, "Oh, the Ziki sauce! Oh my God, the Ziki!" And then you're just gonna see her in the kitchen holding up a jar of your sauce.
that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And she'd be
Little
like,
twinkle in her eye.
"I use Dino's. It's better than mine."
You
Eh.
know, it's better than yours. That's gonna be the slogan.
Bro, I would totally do that.
Fuck yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Whoever the two people were, Ken and Ray, and whoever else is gonna hear this in internet land. Be good.
Our
to
friends at the NSA and our friends at the FBI, just know that we're on to you and we're listening back.
Yes. And I mean, we ain't really got nothing. We just broke. And nobody's listening to us. Anyways. Be good to each other. We're out.
Later.
Do, 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 do.